I'm only 20, and it is so hard for me to leave people where they got me messed up at. Like, I struggle so bad with cutting people off when it is very necessary and the signs are very clear to cut them off. But I'm just like, I have such empathy for everybody, and I'm a people pleaser, and I'm about sick of it. Okay, I've been dealing with somebody who I no longer deal with, and I'm no longer going to be there. I'm holding myself accountable. I will not deal with this person going for it. But I was dealing with somebody who's very narcissist. Okay, um, me and him were constantly cutting each other off, getting back together, or whatever. Um, and I was very warped in because I was someone who I didn't really have that much friends, and when I did have friends, I felt lonely in those friendships. So he was someone that I can kind of depend on, even though it was toxic and we would be cutting each other off. At the end of the day, I knew that if I called, he would pick up that phone, and if he called me, I was gonna pick up the phone. So I got stuck in that, and I got like low key attached, which wasn't good. But I low key got attached, and when I lost all my friends, I wouldn't even say lost all my friends because I already did feel lonely in those relationships. But when I no longer spoke to those people, he was literally the only person I had left, which is not good. Okay, so like I was so like dependent. I wouldn't say I was dependent off him, but like as far as like emotionally, I was because I've always been someone. I always have been independent. I can always do my things myself. I never depended on anybody for money, nothing. Okay, got my own apartment at 19. Never asked nobody for money. Parents didn't help me, and not even to brag, but that just shows you what type of person I am to be able to take care of myself financially, physically. You know, getting my hair done, nails done, whatever, whatever. But emotionally, oh, like I talk to him about everything, like everything, whether he's listening or not. Okay, I talked to him about everything, how I was feeling, what I was going through, my depression. So now that I cut him off 2 days ago, I've been feeling lost. I've been feeling lost, and that's a lot of people do experience that when going through breakup, and because we weren't even together, y'all. Let's keep that in mind. We weren't together. We were in a situationship, and I hate to call it that. I would rather just call it a relationship because I've been dealing with this one person for almost a year and 6 months, but we were never officially together. So keep that in mind. But I'm just gonna say we're in a relationship going forward. But because I dealt with him for so long, he was all I've known. Like in between, like when we would cut each other off and stuff, I would deal with other people, but it was nothing like him. And I think the main reason is because one, there was evolved, and he was some person that like I was so sacred with. Like I never done anything like that. Like before high school, because I'm only 19. I didn't used to date and stuff for real, and I never experienced anything like that. And I didn't lose it until college. And because when we first got together, it was emotionally like bonded. Like we kind of both love bombed each other in a way, but it was okay because we was both feeling each other, right? So yeah, and because with college is so you're so accessible. We can see each other every day, same dorm, so it's easy access. And with him, the first time we first took a break in March of not even a break, he cut me off. Well, he didn't really cut me off. He was just like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I should have ran then. Okay, red flag there. He said he didn't want to be in a relationship anymore, but he still wanted to basically have access to me and you know be cool with me or whatever. Obviously, I accepted that. I was okay with that. At first, I wasn't. I was just like, I was really bummed out about it. I was really sad. I thought this was gonna be my husband. Like, but no. So since then, we would literally cut each other off, get back together, and then we would be doing some crazy things. Just like, why did I think this was okay? The first time, it was because he didn't really get into a relationship with me, And then the second time, I found out he was talking to other girls. It was over the summer. Um, and everybody goes back home over the summer, but he stays because he works at the school, the college I go to. He works there, so he stays during the summer. And oh my god, I hope he never sees this, but he stays over the summer, whatever. And me not really trusting him, I'm like, this has been too good to be true. We still not together, whatever. I went through his phone and I found a lot of things, and I come off. We didn't talk for probably not even a month, not long, and we eventually got back together. And yeah, it was just on and off since then. But I recently got tired of it because um, going through it with him and not having friends, it just made me do more and more self-reflection, because at this point is what I'm allowing. And I knew that I was very self-aware, but I was really stuck in not wanting to be alone, because now that I did come off, I literally don't have anybody. No one. No friends. Nobody that I can call on just to rant and just talk about stuff like this. Like, I genuinely have no one. And not even that I set that upon myself, but I did have friendships. I did have best friends. And over time with those girls, they never supported me. Like, I got my very first apartment. Like I said earlier, I got my very first apartment, and I got it in January of this year, and it's May 16th. And both of them, my best friends, only came to my apartment one time. Mind you, they live 2 minutes down the street. 2 minute walk, not 2 minute drive. 2 minute walk down the street. And she only came because I did her hair. And then the other one only came. She didn't even come into my apartment. She came to the building to get some clothes that I was giving her. And, nothing against them. It's just like, this is a big accomplishment. I'm getting my first apartment at 19. You would think your friends would be there with a gift, with some flowers, or just with support, helping me move things in, getting me the vision for my rooms. None of that. It was a congratulations. That's it. And I've always asked them, hey, are you gonna come to my apartment? Like, I wanna do this, I wanna do this. I don't feel like walking. Okay, cool. So I eventually let those friendships go, because like, you're not gonna support me. Why should I support you? It's a relationship should not always be transactional, but when you're genuinely not doing anything for this one person that you are best friends with, there's no point of the friendship. So I obviously fell out with them, or just kind of distanced myself from them. So since then, I had other people that I had friends with, but I obviously am no longer friends with them anymore either. I just had him. I literally just had him. I called him for everything. And I'm a twin. So I have a twin sister. So it was easy for me to call her too. But like, besides my twin sister, I had nobody. And she's not my best friend. Obviously, that's my built-in best friend. That's my girl. But she has her own life. She has a wife. And she lives in Florida. And I live in Georgia. So it wasn't easy to come to her all the time because she has her own life. So it was so easy to come to him because I know he's going to listen. And with that, it was just like, I didn't feel the need to have anybody else. But now that I've been doing some self-reflection, because I just knew that I was going to come off eventually if he did anything else. And that was like my last straw. And he finally did something else. And we had a conversation about it. He was being a narcissist, just basically kind of saying it was my fault that he did what he did. Because he went and slept over someone's apartment, left his location on for me to see. Yeah. And I obviously saw it. He knew I would feel some type of way. And I kind of just blocked him with no explanation. He obviously called me, caller ID a couple times. And we eventually talked. And I just told him I can't do it anymore. It's mentally draining on me. And I can't keep allowing you to do these things to me. Because at this point, it's me. So, yeah, that's where I'm at now. But I've been doing a lot of self-reflection. I've been learning a lot about myself. And I feel like this is definitely going to be a journey for me now that I'm back home because I'm no longer in my apartment. I do have 2 more months on my lease, but being in that apartment has been the most depressed I have ever been. And because he's the only one that has ever been in my apartment, you know, for real, that came constantly, like almost every day, even. Um, I can't be in that apartment no more. Like, I think I need to grow somewhere else. And being in that apartment is just gonna remind me of him, and I can't do it. So I did move back home, and that's where I'm at now. But I feel like I also can't grow here. I have a good relationship with everyone that's in my house currently, but when I'm at home, I just feel stagnant. I feel like I can't do anything. I feel like I can't grow. And granted, I can change, if I do put the effort in. Um, but I don't know. I just had to, I guess, rebuild my life here and, find connections and other people and make friendships. It's very hard for me to make friends. And when I do make friends, it's very hard for those people to stay. And not even it's a me thing, but I genuinely gotten ghosted by so many friends. Like, it's insane. Like, it's insane. But yeah, I'm on a journey now to just heal and learn from my mistakes. I'm very grateful for everything that I've been through. I don't regret anything that I have ever done. It's only a lesson. You have to learn from what you go through. So, and it builds character, honestly. Like, I know now that I would never deal with a narcissist ever again. I'm only 19. I'm so grateful that I had to endure what I had to endure as many times as I did. Because I also did put my, self in those situations. But because I was so attached to this man, and he knew it, he was manipulating, okay? He was, definitely manipulation at its finest. And I was also doing things, so I can't completely put the blame on here. I'm on him because I did a few things as well. And not even to compare, but he did a lot emotionally and physically. I feel like I supported him in a lot of ways he didn't support me. And if I kind of went through the same thing he went through, he wouldn't support me like how I did him. But yeah, going forward, I know what I want in relationships and in friendships as well. Because who would want to be best friends with someone that don't support? Who would want to be in a relationship with someone you don't support? I just don't know why I chose to stay in those situations when I didn't have to. Like I was holding a freaking gun in my head. No, it's okay. Like, no. But depression is a real thing, y'all. Like, depression will have you literally going for anything just because you don't want to feel alone, and that is not okay. Because I was so depressed, I had to get on antidepressants. I'm no longer on those antidepressants. I just don't feel the need to have to rely on pills. It's very scary to me. So I'm gonna heal on my own and get my relationship back with God, because throughout this whole entire thing, of course, I was not talking to God. And at first, when I first, was dealing with him, I was, but my relationship slowly backtracked. So, yeah, but I just started reading this book today. It begins with you, the 9 hard truths about love that would change your life. I'm on chapter 1, and it's pretty good so far. So yeah, I'm reading this, and I've been reading a few well, I literally just started today, but I'm not even one to read books, so I'm about picking up more hobbies and putting my phone down, because I've also realized my phone has played a huge part in my depression and why I also feel so alone. And just, I don't know, just having access to everyone on social media is also depressing for me. Being able to see other people's lives and comparing myself and what I don't have and what I should be doing right now and how much money I could be making right now if I did this and if I did that. It's very draining. So I deleted Instagram, and I'm keeping TikTok. I can't lie, I'm keeping TikTok, but I did put some screen time, so I have 2 hours a day. Today I was on TikTok for 52 minutes. I'm so proud of that. I am so proud. Usually I probably have like 8 hours on TikTok a day, like max. So yeah, I'm very, 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 very proud. I've been on Substack. Get on Substack. Substack is great. And also I've been on YouTube. I love YouTube. Love YouTube. I used to do videos on my other channel. I took all those videos down, but I love YouTube. YouTube has definitely been a big part of my life since I've been little. even though my videos didn't really go viral, YouTube has always been something I love to do. So, but yeah, that was a little personal. Yeah, that's really what I gotta say on that. Don't deal with a narcissist. If you're depressed, I don't know. I can't really give advice on that because I'm still looking depressed. But yeah, my goal is just to make friends, heal before I get into any other relationship, okay? And I'm not gonna be searching for a relationship. You do not search in the Bible. You do not search for a relationship, okay? You do not seek a man. So going forward, I'm not seeking relationships. I'm healing, doing some self-reflection, and actually dealing with my trauma and what this man has put me through and what I put myself through, because it's a lot of things that I didn't have to deal with that I was dealing with. And I'm only 19, like, but I just pray this man don't continue to call me, because this man he don't know boundaries. He will call and call and call if he can, but he said he ain't gonna call no more. So we gonna see. But yeah, if you like to see more of my life and just my journey with everything, follow along, y'all. I got so much goals and aspiration, things I want to do, and who I want to become, and I do want to get big on YouTube and do that. That's how it's always been my dream since I was little. Let me show y'all. I used to do videos on my mom's YouTube channel. Just little fun videos. Y'all, this video was 11 years ago, meaning I was 8. This video date is October 12th, 2014, y'all. Like, that's crazy. And I did a doll video. The title is Doll's Video. And I was just making videos on her channel. But yeah, my goal is to make this channel grow with people. My goal is at least 1K by December, and it is May 26th. So I pray we can reach that goal. But yeah, follow along with me to see my UGC journey, my YouTube journey, and just my journey in general with my life. I feel like my life has been all over the place, and it's gonna be all over the place because I'm doing a lot of new things coming up. So yeah, follow along with your girl. Get to know me.